Hey, so I have a lot of reviews to catch up, so I'm gonna do these very short and snappy because I believe I have four on back on. I'm tired. I can't think. You know what I mean. I have four that I need to do, and I need to do them fast. On backlog, there's the word. So I'm just gonna do them, starting from oldest and going to newest. The first one is Honest Thief. This is one that I just watched last night, and it was too late for me to record a video because I didn't want to be too loud that I would wake people up. It was getting that late. So I figured I would just say it for the morning, so I did. And here it is right now, the morning. Well, I guess it's not morning right now. Morning right now, it's evening, but you get the gist. Anyways, this one was pretty much your standard Liam Neeson fare, only it was way more flawed than I was expecting. I mean, I expected it to be very flawed given from the trailers. Like, you could tell from the trailers, it was going to be a bit more flawed than you'd expect from the typical Liam Neeson fare. But, like, the editing and, like, the writing felt like just a bit off. Like, I wasn't quite convinced by, like, the dialogue in the romance that, like, it would sell me on the fact that this guy would change his ways after romancing this meh woman, and everyone keeps telling me how much of an amazing woman she is, and she's fine. At least it doesn't do the cardinal sin of she's the worst person of the entire movie that every other thing does. Whenever they do the she's the amazing person, she's the best person in all these other movies and TV shows. Case in point, BoJack Horseman and all those other movies and TV shows that do the same exact thing. There's one with like a little boy that did the same thing. Oh yeah, Midnight Special. That one also did it. Where it's the little boy in that, and then BoJack Horseman, it's the Diane character, and those are like case in point for what I mean when I say that exactly. But this one doesn't do it as bad. She's not like the worst performance in the movie. She's fine. It's just that the dialogue doesn't really give her much to work with. Liam Neeson is charming as always. He tries to make the material work, but again, it's really just down to the dialogue is not convincing how it's written. It's kind of a little cringy at times, like it doesn't really feel like how people really talk, and it's just awkward. And yeah, it just has a little too much jank on it for my taste. The action, there isn't much there, but it is surprisingly a little more violent than that average PG-13 movie, though not enough as the rating would suggest when it says strong violence. It's not that strong for a PG-13 movie. It's just more so that a couple more gunshots in succession are used for like when a character gets shot in a row, and people are hit against hard surfaces, things like that. Uh, and I think I remembered the action being like okay, like it was well shot. I don't remember how many cuts there were, but it wasn't as egregious as like Taken 3 or anything like that with its like many takes to just show a man hopping over a fence, nothing like that. Uh yeah, the concept itself for the movie is decent, but I wish the trailer wouldn't have given away like how much of the plot where it's going. I'm gonna have the same problem with the little things when I get to that review next, which I'm recording right after this. There is a lot of charming things that the trailer didn't give away though, which is Robert Patrick's character is actually working with Jeffrey Donovan, which is kind of hilarious because those two add to the cast one additional member to the cast list for two different franchises that now have two or more members from each of those franchises. Like because of Robert Patrick and Jai Courtney, there's two, maybe more people from the Terminator franchise in there. And because of Jeffrey Donovan and Kate Walsh, there's two, maybe more people from the Fargo franchise in there. So I thought that was kind of funny. Jeffrey Donovan, like I thought was kind of a surprising standout. I was surprised he wasn't in the trailer at all. his sort of dynamic with his puppy was like kind of the humor that got the most laughs from me. Just how that was written, not really that it banked on the oh look at the cutesy wootsy little dog gimmick that most movies like to ride the line on, but like it did have like some genuine humor with like how he was kind of just using the dog at first to like get back at his wife who divorced him and took all the best stuff, but then it kind of developed as more of a genuine attachment. Even though I thought it was still a little weak how they had the dog react sad whenever one of the cops would die or something bad would happen. I thought that was a little gimmicky and manipulative of towards the audience to try to get their emotions, tug at their heartstrings when it's very forced. So yeah, overall, I'd give the movie like a 7 out of 10. Nothing to really write home about. I was expecting better because the audience reception was extremely high, I had heard, and the movie made a lot of money at the box office, so I was expecting it would be one of those cases where it had a bad trailer and was actually better than you would think. But no, the trailer did the movie justice. Alright, on to the little things.